class? Okay, you can see my screen. Okay, can see, right? So can you see this NMJ20703 signal systems?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, let me hide my face first. Okay, so this is our first class, signal and systems. It's for or it's course for year 2 students. Okay, so make sure you register using this code NMJ20703 because there's another subject in year 3 that is digital signal processing, which is different. So make sure this is signal and system. So signal and system is fundamental to the DSP, that is year 3 course. Okay, so this is the correct. Make sure you check your registration slip. This is the code and this is the name for this course. Okay. Okay, so this a very big lecture. Okay, because consists of 4 programs. Students from 4 programs share the same code, share the same course. Okay, so all students under Faculty of Electronic Engineering and Technology, year 2 will have this. So this is a core course. Okay, so I have students from microelectronics, computer, biomedical, electronics, and electronic engineering. So all together 4 courses, 4 programs. So this morning I checked the numbers of students who had done the registration. So total is 277. And I guess this number will increase because this not including who going to do the manual registration. Maybe can up to 300s. Okay, so this is a very big class lectures. Okay. Okay. And this is list of lecturers because so this class is big class. So there are all 6 lecturers. So each program have 1 lecturer. Computer, they have 2. Okay, so here our course coordinator. So the course coordinator means the one who going to look after these programs to manage all the analysis. So is Mr. Zaizu. So Mr. Zaizu is from computer programs. And then we also have Prof. IR Dr. Anwar. So Prof. Anwar is from computer program as well. Okay, so 2, Mr. Zaizu and Prof. Anwar from computer programs. Okay, and we have Dr. Steven. Dr. Steven from microelectronic program. Dr. Shazlina here. IR Dr. Shazlina from electronic programs. And Dr. Najib, PM Dr. Najib, and I from biomedical electronic. So all together 6 lecturers. Okay, so 4. So because this is quite number, right? So the main the course coordinator for this is Mr. Zaizu. And for this is the email. I think you can check for our handphone number through the WhatsApp group. Okay. 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 Before we start, so to this subject, so need this prerequisite. Sorry. So you need to have engineering maths 2. So means that you have done your engineering math 1, math 2. This is old code EQT 102. So this is like old code, but I think there are student, repeaters. They had this maths course before, so they're going to use this as prerequisites. Okay, and the latest code is this in the middle, QMQ. Last 2 years they used SMQ. The latest code is QMQ. So from mathematics, right? So but the content are the same. Means just the code they renamed it. Okay, so you need this engineering mathematics 1 and engineering mathematics 2. Okay, if you haven't had this course, you are not allowed to register. Okay, because later on I'll show you why. Okay, and delivery mode for this course. So we're going to have it physically. That is 2 hours lecture, and virtually that is like now we have. So we're going to conduct it using Gmeet online. Okay, and then this is the WhatsApp group. I prefer to use WhatsApp groups rather than Telegram. So I think other lecturer also going to have use this WhatsApp group. I think not Telegram. I think before this, Mr. Zaizu give you Telegram, right? So I think now they changed to this WhatsApp. So we use this WhatsApp groups. Okay. And then the platform for this course is via e-learning. I'm not sure. Can you self-enroll using e-learning through e-learning for this course? Can you check for me? Because I think yes. Okay. So because I didn't set any enroll key, so you can simply enroll manually enroll yourself, self-enroll. Can you do that? Yes, can?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I think Mr. Zaidu already update there are 4 main division for this course. Okay, so and for my part, I think you go for the first part, that is mathematical description of signal. And I think there is a folder there where I put this today slides. Can you check that for me? There are 2 slides for today's. The first one is this slide.
Not yet.
Tak ada? Tak ada ya?
Ada.
Tak ada lagi.
Ada.
Ada.
There's a small folder there. I think under first part. Tapi ada kan?
Ada.
Okay. So I'll put all the lectures, my part. For my part, I'll put all notes there. Okay. Okay, done for that. And we look at the timetable here. So for online lecture, Monday, like what we have now, from 6 to 7 o'clock in the evening. So we're going to do it via Gmeet. Okay, and this is the link. So next week also this is the link. I'm not going to change it. Okay, so this is for all programs. So means that now I have all students from 4 programs: computer, electronic, biomedical electronics, and microelectronics. So we do it online today. I mean Monday, right? And then for the physical lecture, we'll split into 2 based on your departments. Okay, if you come from the department electronic, which are biomedical, electronic, and microelectronic students, so we're going to have a face-to-face lecture on Wednesday. Okay, check. I think this is the latest timetable we had last Friday. So late afternoon, okay, 5 p.m. to 7. So at DK4, it's 2 hours, which is next Wednesday. Okay, so that is for Department of Electronics. Okay, and then for the student from Department Computer, that is computer programs. So you're going to have a physical lecture with me on Thursday, which is morning, early in the morning, late in the afternoon for electronic departments, and early in the morning for the computer program, that is from 8 to 10 a.m. at DK10. Okay, so for this one, oh, where is it? Okay, so for this one, maybe, okay, oh, sorry. So for this one, all right, okay, so for this one, I think maybe we'll end a little bit early, that 6:45 p.m. and this one will start at 8:15. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we do it. So Thursday morning, we start at 8:15 in the morning on Thursday. And on Wednesday, we'll end or stop at 15 to 7. I try my best. If start is okay, if to finish it, I hope I can do it on time. But it's okay. And attendance is compulsory like other course. Okay. And this course has no tutorials and no labs. Okay, just lecture. Okay, any questions? No. Okay. Okay, course outcome. So what is course outcome? So the course outcome means what you will get at the end of this 14 weeks, because we have 14 weeks of study. So at the end of this course, now is October. So at the end of, I think, January, before you go to for your final exam. So you have to have this. Okay. So they are all 4 CO. CO means course outcome at the end of this. So what you should you be able to get with this signal and system course. So first, ability to apply concept of signal and system classification, impulse response convolutions in both continuous and discrete time domains. Okay, and this is CO2. Ability to apply concept of Fourier. So this including Fourier series and Fourier transform on the continuous time and discrete time signal. And also we're going to look at their properties. And course outcome 3, you can analyze linear and time invariant system using Laplace transform and its applications. And CO4 means at the end of this semester, week 14, you are able to analyze and evaluate a system using Z transform. So by looking at this, so that's why I think you can guess now why you need maths 2 as prerequisites for this course. So if you look here, so what you have learned in maths 1, maths 2, Fourier series, Fourier transform, Laplace, Z transform. So you're going to apply it here in this subject, in this course. Okay, so that's why maths 2 is prerequisite for this. It's important. Okay, so for you to master that first before you register for this course. Okay, and this is COPO mapping. CO, you know, course outcome. PO is program outcome, means at the end of your study, 4-year studies. So this is a map, we map, okay? So you don't have to know about this, but you have to know this one. Okay, so we map, so PO1 is knowledge, PO2 is analysis, means that you have knowledge on this signal and system, you can do analysis using this signal and systems. Okay, and knowledge profile also, you don't have to really care about this. So WK2, WK2, all this, we have WK1 to WK8 actually, and this subject is just focused on WK2, means it's knowledge on the mathematics. Okay, WK1 is science, WK2 is mathematics, WK3 engineering practice, engineering design, something like that. Okay, so basically it's related with mathematics, this subject. So that's why again here, Maths 1, Maths 2 is prerequisite for this course because it's involved with mathematics, right? Okay, so I hope you can understand this, okay? But no worries, but this one is important lah. So at the end, so before you go for exam, if you can apply this, you know this, then you can go for exam happily. Okay, this is course content. So how we split the content of this subject for the lecturers. Okay, so I'll just cover 2 weeks. Okay, the first part, signal and system representation. Okay, and then continue with Mr. Zaizu, analysis of the system, that is convolution and description of the systems. Okay, so and then after this Fourier series, Dr. Steven, Fourier transform, Prof. R. Anwar, and then Dr. Shazlina with Laplace transform, and PM Dr. Najib with Z transform. So this is how we split the contents of this course with 6 lecturers. So you see, so I'm not sure. After this, you know who is your favorite lecturer. Okay. Okay, this is how we map into the assessments. All right. So PO1. So we have assignment 1. I will have tests, and in exam it comes with question 1. Okay. That is concept of signal and system. What I'm going to teach you. Okay. So you're going to test in exam question 1 in test, and also convolution as well, question 1. And then for part 2, CO2, Fourier series, Fourier transform. So in your exam will be your question 2, and you will have assignment 2 and quiz 1. And then for Laplace, you have assignment 3, question 3, and exam. You also have quiz 2. Okay. And last one, Z transform, you have assignment 4, question 3, and in final exam, you have 2 questions, but you can choose either question 4 or 5. Okay, I think the quiz will be conducted via e-learning. It will be online quiz, I guess. Okay, and for my part, test would be face to face. It's not online test. Okay, so this is how basically we split this content of the course. Okay. So means you have to study all the, you have no choice, like you have to study all parts, all parts from this course. Okay, so this is basically assessment. So it's 100%. Final exam 60, contribute 60%. Test 1 10%. For assignment 20%, each 5%, and 3 quizzes 10%. I think this one quiz 1 2.5%, quiz 2 5%, quiz 3 2.5. So total 10. Okay. So what I'll do is for this 2 weeks, I'll provide you 1 test and assignment. Okay, any questions before we proceed? No. All right, no worries. So how overall mark is calculated? I think you know this. Okay, so we in UDMAP implement this. So you have to pass final examinations. So means that you have to score 14, not 14, 40% for final exams. Mean if total final exam here 60%, so means you have to score 40 out of 60, which means 24%. This is 40 out of 60. So 24 marks out of 60 marks from the final exam. Okay, to pass the overall course. Means that if you get a final exam at least 24 and above. So your overall mark will be coursework. CW is coursework. Plus final exam. Okay. If you get a final exam less than 24 means you fail. Okay, you fail. 24, this is less than 40% or less than 24/60. Okay, so we'll cut to this 39. Even though total mark greater than 40 or 40, so we will cut your marks at 39. Means that you have to repeat this subject in the next 2 semester. All right. And if both final exam plus coursework less than 40% means that you fail this one. So your overall mark is coursework plus final exam. So I have example here lah. So we have case A, case B, case C. So here you have coursework. The green is coursework. Okay, so coursework you got 30. Oh wow, this is high. Coursework 30/40. Final exam, okay, you got 30/60, which is greater than 24 or greater than 40%, right? Means you have 50% lah in this case. 30/60 is 50, so which is greater than 40. So your overall mark is 30 plus 30, 60. So you got grade B minus. Okay. If case B, your assignment is still 30, but your final examination is 20/60, means that this is less than 40%, less than 24/60. So means that if we total 30 plus 20, you got 50, right? But you won't get this mark. 50 is C, but you won't get this C grade. So we'll cut you to this because you fail this, because you fail final exam, because you didn't reach 40% or 24/60. Okay, so we'll cut that to 39, means that you have to repeat it in the next 2 semester. Okay, and C, so in this case, the final examination, so this is on the border 24. So we can 30 plus 24. So this is on the border. Your final exam is on the border. So we just add. Okay. And in this case, the last case, quiz or coursework is 15. Exam is 10. So you have this total 25. So this is your grade F. So I think you know this because you have already had 1 year here. Apart from the I'm not sure whether X diploma. I think X diploma intake this year won't take this because they haven't had their maths yet. Okay, so to be in the safe side, you have to score final examination. So aim at least greater than 50% or 30/60. More than that, better. Okay, any questions? And these are the textbooks. Not limited to this. Okay. You can just for exercise, you can find it online materials. There are so many exercise example on the internet with solutions. So you can just use that. Okay. But all the lecture notes, most of them come from the first textbooks, or maybe you can refer to the lecture notes later. Okay, so if you can have these textbooks, you can refer it. Okay, so any questions? Any question? Class, any question? Ada tak question apa-apa?
No, doktor.
No, doktor.
Ada question ke ni? Okay, tak ada. Alright. Okay. So now we go to the tunjuk ni lagi. Alright. First part, just introduction. So this introduction, chapter 1, just have how many slides? 8 slides. Okay. So for today, I'm not going to discuss much. So I just want to give you introduction, definition of signal and systems. So we do it on Wednesday and Thursday for the details on these topics. Okay. So I'm not sure, maybe you have heard this word signal, term signal systems. Okay, so but now we applied as in electronics, electronics, under electronics. So this is the definition of signals, Okay, so signal is physical phenomenon that convey information. So signal is anything that has information, that contain information. It's useful information. We can use that information. We can utilize, we can analyze, you can do anything with that. It means it's something that is valuable. Okay, so anything. So it could be okay, you have had your circuit theory, like it could be currents. Okay, if now we try to relate it with electronics engineering. Okay, so it could be voltage, it could be current. If in mechanical, it could be force. In chemical, it can be chemical concentration. Anything. Okay, that has information, value. Okay, something that we call it value. Okay, and what is systems? So system, something that respond to signal and produce. So if we can show in form of diagram, so this is how we see system and signal. Okay, so this box, square box, is a system. So it's a black box. It's a system, and so the anything that goes into this system, we call it as signal. Okay, or if we go as input, so we call it input signal, or we can also call it excitations. Okay, so this input signal, something that has informations, go into the system, process in the systems, and then produce new signal. So, and then come as output here. And that signal, we call it output signal or response. Okay, so this is how we look system and signal, association between system and signals. Okay, so for example, for biomedical electronics, so our body, okay, so we have respiratory systems, right? So our respiratory systems, the system is built, consists of this, you know, the trachea, the bronchial, and then the lung, right? And the systems refer to the air that you inhale and exhale. The inhale is the input because it contains of the oxygen concentration, carbon dioxide concentration, and then you this signal goes into the system, go into your lung, trachea, or whatever, and then process there, and then it produces the output. So the output will be this oxygen and the carbon dioxide concentration, which is different from the input. So I hope you can relate this. And another example, okay, that one is biomedical example, okay. Other than that, you can have your nervous system, see what is input, what is the systems, okay. And here we have simple, this is like common example. We have communication systems, okay. So this communication system, okay, I know everyone here have handphones. Maybe some of you have more than one handphones, and handphones is part of the communication systems. Okay, so you use the handphone to make a call. Okay, so your voice is a signal. Okay, your voice is a signal here because it contains informations, right? So let's say you want to make a call to your friend. So your voice is a signal. When you say hello to your friend, so that hello is contain information. How are you doing? So it's information. So what your handphone does here is the microphone on the handphone here will capture that your voice. Hello, what are you doing? How are you doing? Okay, so the microphone capture and convert it from analog signal. So your voice is analog signal and convert it into digitals. Okay, and then in this handphone also there is a part we call it antenna. So the antenna will transform that digital signal into radio wave or electromagnetic signals. Okay, and then the transmitter will transmit that to the nearest cell tower or communication tower. Okay, I think you know the communication tower. I think you can check this. Okay, so in the communication tower, so your radio wave, your voice before this, but now in form of radio wave, will be converted into a high speed light. Okay, okay, and then it goes into the fiber optic. Okay, and then send to the other cell tower, which is close to your friend's handphones. And then at the cell tower, the reverse process happen where the light be converted back to radio wave, and then your signal here, your handphone here will capture that signal and then convert back to the analog signal, and your friend here can hear your voice. Okay, so signal here is your voice and then transform into radio wave, transform into light, and then radio wave back, and then you can hear your friend, your voice. So that is signals. Okay, and this handphone, cell tower, fiber optics are the system. So they process your voice. Okay, so I hope you have clear on this. What is signal? What is system? So the system process the signal and usually is to produce better signal or more informative system. Signal. Okay, so that is the difference between signal and systems. Okay, and then here, sorry. Okay. In the systems, there's not only signal. Okay, if signal, we know it's contain full of information. Sometimes we can also have noise. Okay, unwanted signal. Okay, the one that give interference to the main signal. Okay, noise is also type of signal, but it does not contain any information. So what we can do is we try to remove this signal or eliminate or reduce the influence of this noise. Okay, like here, so the noise can come or can appear at the transmitter, at the channel, or at the receiver. Okay, but this noise can be reduced or eliminated using filter. But that one, I think you can we can discuss in other course. Okay, but what we're going to discuss in this course, signal and system, is just a signal and system. So noise, there's another subject, I think communication or other subject that going to discuss this on it, what happen if your signal mix with noise. Okay, but basically signal doesn't come alone, also contains noise, but this noise can be eliminated. Okay, right. Okay, there are a few types of signals. Okay, so basically, if you look here, so I highlight here. So continuous time and this, there are two type of signal. continuous time signal and discrete time signal. So later after this, I'm going to discuss maths operations on the continuous time signal and discrete time signals. Okay, what we can do with continuous time signal and discrete time signal. Basically, the operations are more or less the same. And then Fourier series, Fourier transform can also be applied on continuous time signal and discrete time signals. Okay, and then Laplace only we apply on continuous time signal, and whereas Z transform we only apply it on discrete time signals. Okay, so basically how do you differentiate it? Okay, so we normally or usually represent signal as this, as plot or graph. Okay, so graph, sorry. So graph. Okay, let's say I said just now a signal can be any things lah. For example, current, voltage. So if you have currents, so let's say if you have voltage, so this is T, time. So you have 2 volt, 3 volt. So you measure that. So the 2 volt, 3, the 2, 3 is the amplitude. So you can have, okay, let's say 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. So you can plot. So what is voltage at time 0? What is voltage at time 0.1? So you can plot. Okay, let's say 2. What is at 0.2? Let's say this is unit seconds. So this is how we represent this signal. It's not static. If it's static, means that you have 3 volt at 0 seconds. But in real life, we have this dynamic. So means that it's, okay, let's say now you look at the light in your rooms, okay, it's keep still on. So that one have how many volts? 240 between that, right? Okay, so it's dynamics. So you still measure is keep running that. Okay, so that's why we use a graph to plot this. Okay, so it's just how we present it. Okay, so what is signal at 2 seconds? What is the voltage here? So the amplitude, this is the amplitude. So the the y-axis is the amplitude of the signal and t is time. What time is it? Okay. So what is the difference between continuous time? So for the continuous time, so you look at this x-axis. So for continuous time, the x-axis we label with t, and for discrete time, the x-axis we label with n. Okay, so for continuous time, it could be second, it could be minutes, hours. Okay, and for discrete, n is integer, but we sample it from this continuous time. So n is integer. It's -1, 0, 2, 3, and it has no units. And for continuous time, we have unit at the second, minutes, or whatever. Normally, we use seconds lah. Okay, so that is the difference. You look at the x-axis is if it continuous time, this is t. If the signal is discrete time, this is labeled as n, and it's integer. Okay, so if you look at this, so this is continuous time, this is continuous time, continuous time. So this is also continuous time, this is continuous times. All right, and the second is the value. So the value is, we look at the amplitude, right? So this is continuous value. So see here is continuous. The value is first one. This value is continuous, right? Okay. This one is also continuous, but look at this one. This we call it discrete value because the value or the amplitude abruptly change. Okay. So from this point, let's say if you label this is as 0, 1, 2, 3, 3. All right. So this 3 abruptly change to 2. So see here, this is the point. Okay. So we call it discrete value. Okay. This one change with time. Okay. So change with time. Okay, this one abruptly change. See, from 3 suddenly become 2. So become 1, become 0. So that is discrete value. Okay. This one also, there's discrete value is either, let's say this is 0 and 1. So either 0 and then abruptly change to 1, abruptly change to 0 back. Okay, so discrete value. So the value we look at the y-axis or vertical axis, and time is x-axis. Okay, so this is random, and this is also this is actually from this is continuous time, but the value is discrete, but because it has noise, so that's why it's not very smooth here. Okay, so I hope you have idea on it. Okay, so what is system, what is signal, and then continuous time. There's only 2 type of time, continuous and discrete. Continuous versus discrete times. Continuous, so the x-axis will level with t. The discrete time, the x-axis will level with n. Okay, and n is integer. It has no units. No, not second, not minutes, not anything. Okay. Okay, and we can convert from continuous value to discrete value, and we call it a sampling process lah in this case. Okay, so here you have continuous value, right? The amplitude, right? So if you do sampling, so sampling is a process of obtaining a discrete signal by extracting values. So you sampling, so you set you set sampling rate here. Let's say every 2 seconds, or every 2 seconds, every 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds, what is the value at this point? 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 Okay, so you sampling. So once you sampling, you have this signal. Okay, see, you sampling, you just take at specific sampling rate. Okay, so that is the value. So this is the value lah kat sini. This is the sampling. So in this case, this is the. So once you do sampling, you have this signal. So no more this, no more this one, the dotted line, no more. Okay, because you sample, right? And then you do quantization. So the quantization is a process where you assign value to the amplitude. So what is the amplitude? Sorry. So what is the amplitude here? You give value. What is the value here? What is the value here? Okay. So what is the value? What is the value? Here, what is the value? Right. And then you have this, all right, quantization. And then lastly, encoding. So either you want to convert the signal from analog to analog signal, okay, digital data to digital signals, okay. So that is, we can do, we can transform continuous value into discrete value. Okay, this one detail you're going to learn it in communication course, okay. So this one you can just read. Okay, so what I'm going to say here, so the signal and system is a fundamental subject to the other subject, year 3 subject, like digital signal processing. Okay, and then you have control system, you have communications, and few others, image processings. Okay, so any questions? Any questions? Okay, so basically, today what I give you is definition for signal and systems. Okay, definition for signal and system. And what else? What is continuous value signal, discrete value signal? Okay. and continuous time signal, discrete time signal. So how you want to differentiate this? That is the basic. So this Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to focus on what we can do with signals. Okay, so basically, signal is just number. So basically what we can do is math operation. We can do addition, we can do subtractions, integration, something like that. But this time, so you apply it with the signal from electronics like voltage, current, something like that. Okay, so I think we shall stop now. Okay, Ikram, any question? Or you just accidentally press the button? Okay, so for the, okay, so I'll share you this first. I want to give you sekejap ya. Saya ada list nama. Okay, because this attendance. I want to take attendance. Okay, I'll give you list because this course have more than 200, nearly 300 students. So I'd like to share you list. Okay, so before that, okay, this is the all right. So this is attendance. Okay, you can scan this for attendance. Can you go to that form? Okay, you scan this, and then you go to that form. I think some of you might not see their name because they are in that list. There are 100 students, more than 100 students. So I'll give you this for you to check. Okay. All right. So here, documents.
Doktor tak share screen.
Oh, saya tak share screen ya, jap. Saya
Yeah.
bagi dulu dalam jap. Nama pelajar. Okay, maaf ya, sekejap. Okay, saya share screen. Okay, nampak tak ni? Nampak tak QR code ni?
Tak nampak. Oh, nampak doktor.
Nampak tak? Can you see this?
Nampak doktor.
Nampak doktor.
Okay, so I think I share one PDF. One PDF kan dalam group WhatsApp kan? Share kan? Did I share? Ni, senarai ni. So if you go to that Google form, so for example here, I open it here. In the drop down list, oh. Okay. Kan, if you see that your name here, means that your name in the drop down list because there are because I listed this based on program. So first is microelectronic, and then go to the computer, and then go to the biomedical, and the last is electronics. So if your name in this list means that you can find your name in the drop down list tu. Saya takut sebab banyak sangat nanti awak cari tak jumpa. I'm afraid that you cannot find your name, but there is. But it's okay if you cannot see your name. Those who manually registered, you need to write your name because I think your name not in this list. Okay. So let's say this student, Wee Yerson. Okay, so you see in the drop down button to your name will be the last three. So you actually have. I'm afraid you cannot find because there's so many 100 students here. So you have to patiently search for your name lah. So I put here the first is micro E, the first part, and then follow with computer, and then biomedicals, and also lastly electronic. So patiently, search your name patiently lah. There is there. So I'm afraid just you cannot find it. Okay, if there's no, if you do late registration or manual registration, yes, of course, your name not there, so you have to write your names there because there's a first part. If your name is not listed, please write. Then you do it. Okay, is that okay? Okay, shall we stop now? Class, shall we stop now?
Madam, can you share the QR code again?
Here. Okay, I just open it for these few minutes. I'll close it within 5 minutes after this, okay? Okay, with that, I end my presentation today, lecture today. So I see you on Wednesday for computer or what group? I think electronics. And then Thursday morning with computer groups. Okay, so have a nice evening. Okay, bye.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you,
Doctor.
Doctor.
Yes,
Thank you, Doctor.
ada orang nak tanya saya ke?
Sister setting. Ramai 300 orang.
Thank you, Doctor.
Click like to learn more. Mic has been mute by
Doktor,
sister
tak
setting.
tanya.
Ya,
Kalau nama yang tak ada dalam list tu, kan
awak
kena
tulis.
tulis nama dekat yang bawah tu lah, yang tak ada dalam list nama tu. Tapi yang section yang kena pilih nama tu kan required. So dia tak boleh nak submit. So macam mana, Doktor?
Oh, dia required ke? Required ke?
Betul, required.
Kenapa required? Saya copy je benda sekejap. Saya ubah sekejap. Nanti awak sekejap. Saya ubah sekejap ya.
Okey, boleh, Doktor.
Sekejap je saya ubah.
Doctor,
Yes.
I'm registered this subject manually. Is it possible to give you the form online and get your signature, digital signature?
You registered what? Manually?
Yeah, manually.
Yes, you can come to my office tomorrow. I'll be there at 10. Do you have class at 10 tomorrow? Other class? A lecture?
I'm not sure. I have to check my schedule, but it's okay. May I get your address?
Sorry, what you want? I'm in FKTE. I said, you need e-signature or what? I'm not sure.
Stamp. Stamp
Sorry?
for
Oh, stamp.
any-
Okay.
yeah.
I'm in the blue building, FKTE.
Okay.
Okay. So before you WhatsApp me, I'll share you the allocation.
Okay, I'll send you a message in WhatsApp now.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. Oh.
Doktor, nak tanya.
Yes.
Semi saya masih lagi ambil Mat 2, so saya tak boleh ambil signal lagi lah kan?
Tapi awak boleh register tak? Awak boleh masuk tak manual? Awak boleh register tak? Dibenarkan tak?
Yang tu saya tak sure lagi sebab saya pun waktu pre-registration saya tak ada register untuk subjek ni.
Oh, awak tak buat lah. Saya rasa tak boleh, saya rasa. Awak year berapa sekarang?
Year 2.
Year 2. Awak tak buat pre-reg hari tu.
Yes.
Kan? Saya rasa bila awak buat, jadi awak kena buat add online kan? Nanti kan? Bila awak, sebab awak tak buat pre-reg, minggu depan awak boleh add kan? Boleh add kan?
Ya.
Saya rasa bila awak buat add tu, saya rasa awak boleh cuba. Tapi saya takut sebab awak tak ambil maths tu, dia check, dia tak boleh. Saya rasa tak boleh. Saya rasa tak dibenarkan. Tapi cubalah awak buat add dulu, add manual, online add tu kalau dia boleh lah. Sebelum ni saya tak tahu syarat baru, tapi sebelum ni lama 3-4 tahun lepas kalau ambil parallel tak apa. Tapi saya tak tahu sekarang sistem syarat macam mana. Tapi yang saya tahu kena ambil maths tu lah saya rasa. Sebelum ni tak ada masalah, beberapa tahun lepas lah untuk ambil Maths 2 dan Signal serentak. Tapi kali ni saya tak pasti, mungkin dia ubah. Tapi awak cubalah. Kalau tak boleh tu maksudnya tak boleh lagi lah. Awak program mana?
Komputer.
Oh, komputer. Kalau tak awak jumpa Mr. Zaizu. Dia course coordinator, tanya dia.
Okay doktor, thank you.
Cari Mr. Zaizu. Dia sebab dia komputer, dia boleh tolong awak. Kalau dia kata tak boleh lah. Saya sebab kena ikut course coordinator. Sebab masa zaman saya 5-6 tahun lepas, kod lama boleh. Boleh ambil serentak. Mat 2 dengan Signal. Tapi sekarang ni awak kena tanya Encik Zaizu. Boleh? Dia cari kat dia. Tanya RPS awak macam mana nak contact Encik Zaizu. Boleh? Ataupun dalam tu boleh private message, awak tahu kot contact Encik Zaizu. Okay. Kalau dia benarkan, bolehlah buat manual. Macam itulah. Okay?
Alright, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Doktor, yang nama tu masih required ke?
Boleh tak isi? Saya dah tukar dah setting.
Saya try.
Boleh lah awak pilih je nama. Saya boleh. My name is not on the list. Awak picit my name is not on the list. Awak dah pilih lah. Kan?
Lepas tu saya nak tanya.
Ya.
Kalau macam saya pernah ambil Mat 2 tapi saya tak lepas. Maksudnya tu saya fail lah.
Awak buat pre-reg dah hari tu subjek ni?
Pre-reg dah tapi saya daftar manual. Sebab saya P1 je kita dapat daftar online.
Sekejap, saya rasa kalau ambil sekejap, saya rasa boleh kot sebab awak dah ambil. As long as awak ambil. Tak kisah awak fail ke tak. Saya rasa boleh. Cuba awak buat. Awak tak buat pre-reg hari tu kan? Cuba awak buat add course online tu. Saya rasa boleh. Sebab awak dah pernah.
Cuma kalau P1 dia bagian registration tu tak dapat buka. Dia kena ban.
Oh, dah awak kena manually.
Kalau manually boleh lah.
Sebab awak dah ambil Maths 2 tapi awak fail, tapi saya rasa boleh sebab awak dah ambil. Awak dah ambil juga. Macam kawan-kawan awak tadi tak ambil lagi.
Faham?
As long as you ambil.
Okey. Baik, terima kasih.
Okey, sama. Okay, thank you.